This is Romance de l'Amor by Anonymous. Now actually you'll hear this piece titled a bunch of different things. Spanish romance, romanza, that's actually what I used to call it. But the origin of this piece is unknown. It's been attributed to a bunch of different artists throughout times, but it's in a similar style to something maybe Francisco Tárrega or Miguel Llobet might have written. So that's who I think it might have been composed by, but we really don't know. It's a beautiful Spanish piece. It's what made me fall in love with the classical guitar. It's one of the first pieces I ever played. It has this gorgeous melody. It's all arpeggio based on the right hand. It does have some tricky things about it, but I think you'll be able to get a handle of it, at least a few measures at a time. It's going to really turn into something neat. So I'm looking forward to showing this to you. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Everything in this piece is going to be about making the melody sing. It's just about the same arpeggio throughout the piece, and then the left hand moves around. So let's start out with just the arpeggios. In the right hand, it's the thumb and the ring finger that start out together, followed by middle and index on the second and third string. And then you come back with just the ring finger. So it goes like this. And then after 3 times of doing just ring, middle, index, ring, middle, index, ring, middle, index, you come back to playing the thumb and the ring again together. And that's what continues down the neck. So if you'd like to try this a few times, just playing these alone, then you totally can. We'll get more into that in the practice sessions. But like I said at the beginning, this is about making the melody sing. And that's actually what's difficult about this. Because since you have these open strings below that first string where the melody is, sometimes it can be played too loud and it overshadows the melody. For instance, if I keep all of these right hand fingers the same volume, it becomes too much of this B and G, which is just the same thing over and over again, right? So we're gonna practice making those inner 2 voices as quiet as possible and trying to make this melody sing. So as I start from the beginning with that pattern, again, starting with my thumb on this low E and my ring finger on the high E, I'll start with this B here on the 7th fret, and then I'll be sliding down the neck. Now, something I like to do there is do a little bit of a decrescendo, right? So starting out with some volume. And since the melody is going lower, that's a natural spot to decide to do a decrescendo. And then when I move back up the neck from the 3rd to the 9th fret here, I do a bit of a crescendo. So again, notice I'm really intentionally trying to make that melody sing. And we'll be going further into that in the practice session, but what I'm doing is applying a little bit more pressure with my ring finger, and then following with middle and index very quietly. So after I get to that 12th fret, which I use a little bit of vibrato there, after the note starts, we have our first bar chord, which is a half bar, right? We don't need to bar the entire 6 strings here because that would make this A and the bass be muted. So I'm just going to do this half bar, the top 3 strings. So now we're just here at the 5th fret half barred. Now this is a tricky spot because we're going into a full bar, and it's quite a shift because when we have something like going from a half bar to a full bar, we have to really make sure that we don't cut the melody. So notice when I start to shift to this full bar, my pinky here stays on that 8th fret. I don't do this. See, then there's a big breath right before I move to that spot. I try to leave the melody ringing. And even though these guys got a lift, those notes will stop. But then I basically slide my first finger in and my second finger here on this D sharp, the 8th fret of the 3rd string. I slide that in while my pinky is just still on that 8th fret. So, like this. Now this is about the biggest stretch of the piece. It's a little unfortunate that we have to do that. We tuck our 3rd finger in behind us, but then we stretch our pinky out. If you don't reach that fret, if that's a bit difficult, you can just stay on this C. Or go C, B, B, instead of what happens here. Right, you could easily substitute that with. And then move back through the rest of the piece, which you'll notice that we basically go back to the beginning, right? Same melody, B, A, G, G, F sharp, E. And then now we move to this chord, all right? Our thumb moves up to the 4th string, so. Now there, we're still keeping that same AMI, 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 and my thumb is moving down in this bass line. E, B, G, low E, and that's where I just do a ruled chord with my thumb. All right, so there's a lot there. Make sure you spend some time with the tab sync and playing through the performance video. It's going to take some time to get some of these things, but we're going to dig into some more of these difficult techniques that we're talking about here and break them down and make them easy in these upcoming practice sessions. So check those out.